Hey. We are here. Back. Facts over feelings. Special tapping. Special night tapping. Oh, it's in. The verdict is in. We're going to get there. We're going to touch on that. Stay tuned. We're going to get there, baby. Don't worry about that. Nonetheless, today was a fantastic day. Hopefully, you guys had a great day. The weekend is almost upon us. Let's get to it, man. Facts over feelings. We here, all right? But first and foremost, let me take care of this first. You already know what I'm going to say. Everybody, please, if you guys don't mind, like, share, and subscribe. Please, like, share, and subscribe. Do me the honors, right? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Pass it on. Spread the word. Facts over feelings is where it's at. You're going to get everything you need over here, baby. Trust that. Believe that. Okay, one more time, like, share, and subscribe. I got to say it 3 times at the very least. We're on the road to 1K subs. 1K subs. All right, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step, and the journey of 1,000 subs begins with 1 sub. So please, tell a friend to tell a friend. We do it all over here. We give it up every way possible. It's all over here. Facts over feelings, baby. Now, to touch on things real fast, because we're going to dive in. Okay, tonight's a special one tonight. This is a special tapping. All right, it's a special tapping. Remy Ma, huh? Or should I say Reminisce Smith, PKA Remy Ma, huh? The Bronx native. She's back in the news. She's back in the news. Not for rap or an album, not for her battle rap league, Chrome 23. Right? Not for none of that. You know what she's in the news for? She's in the news again for trying to fight. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Only in America can you be this dumb and have all the opportunities. It's only here. It's only here. All right. Of course, the best venue to want to have a fight is at the courthouse, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? Huh? She's at the courthouse for her son's trial. I'm sure if you guys don't know, her son is on trial right now for murder. It's not hard to believe, huh? Fruit, okay? He's on trial for murder, all right? And who did she decide to get into a schism with? The daughter of the victim who was murdered. That's a real good job, Remy Ma. It's a real good job, Remy Ma, huh? Who's a mother, a business owner, huh? I think she's a grandmother as well. I believe that part. I'm not 200% sure on. All right, but she has children. Okay, in fact, no, she's not a grandmother. She has 2 kids. The boy who's on trial and a daughter with papoose. All right, but nonetheless, she is out here in the streets trying to scrap over what? Who knows, huh? Okay, her and the daughter over there calling each other ugly, saying each other has fugazi jewelry. And, those things matter today, okay? We got to get to the bottom of whose jewelry is, on point or whose jewelry is fugazi, right? And she gets detained. She gets detained for trying to fight and go around the corner of the courthouse to throw blows. Okay, typical, typical. Not surprised. Now the question is this karma for Remy? Is this karma? Huh? She did Pat dirty, right? Easy the block captain, bounced and left on her. That's the guy that she left Pat for. Easy, right? But then he bounced and he left on her. Okay, now she's out here trying to throw fisticuffs at the courthouse for her son's trial. This is karma. It's looking like it to me, huh? And all she really is doing is just giving a great show for Pap and Clarissa Shields, the boxer, all right? Who's Papoose' new boo thing, his girl, all right? So if I'm them, sit back, enjoy the show, eat popcorn, and watch Rem crash the hell out. Down goes Frazier. All right. Nonetheless, now that we passed that, let's get into the meat and the potatoes of tonight's topic, huh? Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. Sean John. Pardon me. Sean Combs. Puff Daddy. P. Diddy. Love. He has been found not guilty. Man. Set that boy free, huh? Set that boy free. Huh? We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Cause we can't be stopped now. It's bad boy for life, huh? Pop your collar. Puff, pop your collar, man. All right. Now, listen, this is not surprising to me. It's not surprising. I already knew it. These charges weren't going to really amount to much, all right? It was almost as if they were throwing shots in the dark. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, okay? These charges were fugazi, bogus charges. I knew what it was, okay? But now, so like there were 5 prime charges, okay? The 3 main charges that he got found not guilty of were the 3 main charges that could have got him life in prison. Okay? That was the RICO, which is crazy because most people don't even get past RICO. Okay, RICO is like a death sentence, for sure. But he got out of the RICO charge. Okay? They couldn't prove that. You feel me? Then he got out of the sex trafficking via force charge. Through Cassie, number 1, and sex trafficking via force for Jane Doe, 2. Thrown out with prejudice. All right, can't be brought back. Okay, cannot be brought back. All right. Now, the two charges that he did get found guilty on. Okay. Don't really amount to much. The sentence on those charges would amount to more to at most 10 years per sentence. Now, and those charges are sex trafficking across state lines via prostitution, paying for prostitutes to have a good time. Right? Those are the 2 charges that he got found guilty of. All right, and those 2 charges come with no more than 10 years per sentence. Now, what I believe they're going to actually do, this is what I believe is going to happen. I believe they're going to give him no more than 3 to 5 years. He's going to be on probation, and he's going to have time served. This is what I believe. Well, we'll see what happens during sentencing, right? Which is October 3rd. That's sentencing. Now, that matters. Why? Because even though he had a good day, okay? The judge did deny his bail, right? The conversation about bail was up in the air. Pardon me. It was up in the air. And come to find out, the judge has denied him bail. So he has to sit in prison until it's time for sentencing. Okay? Nonetheless, with all that being said, the fact that he's not serving life in prison and he only has to serve a couple of more months, a win is a win. A win is a win, huh? Hey, the charges were bogus to begin with. I have no problem with the actual verdict. Okay, I knew it was going to get tossed out once I saw that they were dropping charges prior to closing arguments. I knew what it was. They couldn't prove those points. They couldn't prove those charges, and beyond a reasonable doubt. That's key. All right, the burden of proof was on the state or the federal government in this case. They couldn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt, those charges got to get kicked out. Here's the thing, though. Since Puff got acquitted on those RICO charges, cannot be used, right, as a precedent for R. Kelly. Oh, huh? Legal precedents. It matters, okay? It matters. All right. Plus, also having a good lawyer matters too. Okay. All right. Mr. Steele hooked Diddy up. Okay. Council Steele is the same one that also got YSL and Young Thug out of his quagmire that he was going on with in Atlanta, Georgia, right? So I forgot the lawyer's first name, but his last name is Steele. Okay, he's he's a hardliner. Okay, he's a bulldog in the courtroom. He doesn't play. I can tell you that he don't play. All right, and he got YSL, that sweet. He got Young Thug, that sweet deal. Okay, and he just hooked up Diddy. Okay, now precedent can be set or has been set. Okay, using RICO for sexual activity. Can they open that case back up? I don't know. And I don't know how y'all feel about that. You can put your thoughts in the comments. Okay, or how you feel about that. Do you want R. Kelly let out? Do you feel he was railroaded? Do you feel that he got exactly what he was supposed to get? I don't know. We'll see. But you can put your thoughts in the actual comments. We can have that discussion. It's a discussion. All right. Keep your emotions to a minimum if you can. All right. Keep it to a minimum. Okay. But Diddy, he's been found not guilty on the major charges. It's a good day. Okay. It's a good day. And a lot of people were actually rooting for Diddy. I was surprised by that too. That one actually kind of shocked me. Right. But it worked out for homie. And he's not going to prison for those major charges. It's a good day. It's a good day. Now let's see what happens post trial, post sentencing, okay, and being let out of prison. Let's see what happens. Is he gonna take his spot back at the top of the record industry, or has he been ousted? What do you think? What do you think? Has he been ousted? Has he been forgiven? Or is he going to be welcomed with open arms? I tend to think the latter. Keep it a stack. I tend to think the latter because most people thought that these charges were bogus and fugazi. That doesn't mean that the boy Diddy was a saint. Nobody ever said that. Okay, I for sure didn't say that. Okay, but what I did say was he was not guilty of those charges that they tried to charge him with. Especially the RICO charge. That was out of pocket. Okay? That was out of pocket. All right? So, Diddy's free. Not guilty. I got to film me. All right? Is he going to get at Jay? Because Jay kind of took a step back from Diddy. What you think? We're going to see. Diddy, of course, clowned him. Pardon me, not Diddy. 50, of course, clowned him. Right? Doing what 50 does, called him the gay John Gotti. The gay John Gotti. Typical fifth. All right, but anyway, that's the special tapping for tonight. Diddy has been found not guilty on the major charges. Right? The major charges. Okay? He'll be home soon after the October 3rd sentencing. We'll see what the judge has to say. Right? Is he going to appeal also? Does he have a grounds for an appeal? I believe he does. His name has been tarnished. His name has been tarnished. And, who is he going to, is he going to sue? He can. He's been found not guilty. Okay. So he can sue. All right. But time will tell. Nonetheless, that's the end of tonight's special tap, and I don't want to spend all night with y'all tonight. This is a special. I had to touch on this while it was still fresh. I had to give you guys all of the pertinent details while it was still fresh. Okay. So now and don't forget, I predicted that he was going to get off on the 30th. All right. Read the tea leaves. That's it. Just read the tea leaves. Okay, but peace to the fam, peace to the guys and nurse, peace to everybody. Tap in with us back on the weekend. Okay, have a good July 4th. Enjoy yourself, spend your time with your family. Power down. Have some good burgers. Some, whatever your beverage of choice is. Enjoy that also. Okay, but enjoy your time. spend time with your family, power down, enjoy the day. All right. But peace to the fam. I'm going to touch bases with y'all on Sunday. All right. Peace to everybody. Holla.